Millennials are on course to be the largest group of voters in our country, and a new poll out of Harvard shows that they prefer Democrats by a 2-to-1 margin. According to a recent poll, just 33% of 18 to 29-year-olds would prefer to see Republicans control Congress after the 2018 midterm, while 65% would prefer Democrats. So what can Republicans do to attract more young people to the party? Here now to discuss is the conservative millennial, Allie Beth Stuckey. Allie Beth, great to see you. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Great to see you, too.
Thank you. So what do you think Republicans can do to win these millennials over?
Yeah, well, this is not really that unique of a problem. Young people in general and millennials in particular tend to lean liberally, especially as of late. I mean, we saw in 2016 that more millennials voted for Bernie Sanders in the primaries than voted for Trump and Clinton combined. A poll earlier this year showed that 2/3 of millennials are okay with socialism, and another poll actually showed that if given the choice, millennials would vote for a socialist rather than an evangelical Christian. So there are lots of reasons why millennials are going so far left, from indoctrination on college campuses to what they're seeing out of Hollywood and the celebrity influencers that lean left. But really, the biggest asset that Democrats have that Republicans just haven't seemed to master yet is branding. Bernie Sanders and Democrats have done a very effective job of branding liberalism and socialism as the more compassionate and the more morally right option. And those are two things that millennials care about being very much.
Why has it become so outrageous? You know, on these college campuses, you can't even have conservatives come and speak. You can't make it public because then there's a protest and then they're not allowed to come and speak. It seems to be so outrageous. Why is it that the left, they're so focused on their agenda instead of being tolerant that they preach?
Right, absolutely. Well, if you look at the political dialogue right now and the words that really characterize our conversations about politics and culture, inclusion, tolerance, love, hate, bigotry, racism, all of these not only have a moral connotation, but they're also almost completely monopolized by the left. So anything that exists outside of leftist definition of what these things are, just according to the left, doesn't really actually exist. And millennials who care about being compassionate, who care about being empathetic, are being sold this lie that liberalism and free healthcare and free college is the only humane and moral option. And for Republicans and conservatives to have any kind of fighting chance, we have to be able to explain why Republican and conservative policies are actually the more conservative choice, why capitalism compassionate choice, that we actually are promoting more tolerance through free speech instead of censorship. We are actually promoting more compassion through capitalism rather than socialism. It's actually more loving to fight for the unborn rather than to fight for abortion. And until we can master that language and master that branding, conservatives are going to have a very hard time catching up.
Allie Beth Stuckey, thank you so much for your opinions.